Welcome to Grapple FK, everyone. We are covering Hermansson v Vettori, which is the headliner on this upcoming Saturday's card. It was meant to be Hermansson against Holland. Well, actually, it was originally meant to be Hermansson against Till, wasn't it? And then Till dropped out. Holland stepped in. Holland got the Rona, I believe, and now Vettori's taken up the challenge. So yeah, it's Hermansson v Vettori. Vettori's number 13, I believe. I think Hermansson's in the top 5, but we'll find out soon. I'm pretty sure he's in the top 5. Is he in the top 5?
Yeah, he is. He must be.
Number 4. So he's more experienced than Vettori, 1 inch taller. The other stats are around the same. Leg reach is a lot higher for Jack. But yeah, let's get into this. I mean, from what I've seen from both fighters, I think Hermansson, Hermansson's very well rounded, but he likes the whole take someone to the ground and flatten them out and ground and pound them to death. He gets a lot of TKOs like that. Good grappling. He's decent stand up as well. Vettori has got decent stand up too. Also got decent grappling. I think they're both BJJ black belts, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe Vettori's a brown belt. But they've both got good BJJ. I think in terms of BJJ, I think Hermansson's got the edge, in my opinion. What do you think?
This was something I was trying to figure out. They both have an opponent in common, a very high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt in Cesar Ferreira. Hermansson lost via submission, and Vettori won. How did Vettori win?
I think it was a decision. He wouldn't.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So MMA math is what it is. To take that with a pinch of salt. But we know that Hermansson is an elite level grappler in MMA. Like we know that.
Yeah.
The fact that he heel hooked Kelvin Gastelum super quick like that was ridiculous.
Very embarrassing as well for.
Yeah. And he flattened out Gerald Meerschaert like a pancake, as you said, with the ground and pound. Completely dominated Gerald Meerschaert on the ground. And Gerald Meerschaert is a high-level grappler.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a black belt.
Yeah, so we know how good Hermansson is. Martin Vettori is a bit more of a question mark because in that fight against Cesar Ferreira, for example, bearing in mind we don't have many fights of him actually on the ground. In that fight against Cesar Ferreira, he took him down. He got into side control and then got into full mount. So passes guard very easily. Now to do that against someone who's a BJJ black belt of his caliber is very, very good. But I'm also slightly confused about that fight because it looked like Cesar Ferreira didn't turn up. He wasn't active. He wasn't throwing many shots. He looked like he was having an off day.
Okay.
So I'm not sure because to do that against someone like Cesar Ferreira, you don't just do that. You don't get past his guard that easily and then just mount him. Like you will get into side control so easily. That doesn't just happen unless something's wrong, I don't think. But still, he did it. He took Israel Adesanya down, which is something. Other than that, we haven't seen a whole lot of Vettori on the ground. So I think you've got to give the edge to Hermansson.
Yeah. But I mean, with that Adesanya fight, I mean, that obviously it's quite a while back, but I mean, he landed quite a lot of shots on Adesanya as well. For someone 4 inches shorter than him.
Yeah, he did okay, but he was ultimately outstruck pretty badly. I've got to say something about the strikes landed in MMA. I don't know how they scored in boxing, but when they score shots landed in MMA, they're counting shots that are not clean shots. They're counting shots that hit the gloves. So you can't read too much into that. So if Vettori's swinging these big shots and it lands on, Adesanya's gloves, well, that's a shot. But equally, the same Adesanya can throw a shot straight down the pipe and bop him in the nose, clean shot, rock him. That's also counted as the same thing.
Yeah, I've seen that fight. Vettori got him clean quite a few times. I was quite surprised, particularly with his left cross.
Okay.
Yeah, his stand-up's pretty decent in my opinion. Tories.
He's decent in the sense that he's a big, rough guy. He'll come
Yeah,
forward, and it's a bit like Mike Perry or Joaquin Buckley. He's got a crisp 1-2, a crisp
yeah,
1-2 and a hook, right?
on a hook. Yeah,
And if you
exactly.
keep coming forward, press your opponent, and you just keep throwing, you can
And he's
beat a
got
lot of
a chin.
people like that.
He's got a good
But
chin.
there's no slipping, there's no countering, there's no footwork, there's no, yeah, he's not moving around the octagon.
Hermansson's got that.
To me, Hermansson's the better striker.
Yeah, Hermansson's got that. Yeah,
He slips a lot.
and I mean, also it should, you know, obviously a lot of people realize that Vettori's taken this on very short notice. Hermansson's had a full fight camp.
Yeah.
Originally training for Darren Till, who's, you know, a lot better at striking than Vettori is. But then obviously Holland as well. But I mean, he's had a full fight camp. So yeah, this is an interesting one. But I think personally, I think Vettori's more deserving of this than Holland, even though Holland has won 5 fights and so on, but he's not ranked. And, you know, some of those fights were against people who took the fights on very short notice. Whereas I think Vettori's been kind of lingering around for a while now. He's had some good wins.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ken Holland's the better fighter, in my opinion.
Yeah. He's the better fighter, probably. Yeah. I mean, you'll get to the top 15 at some point next year. Got no doubt about that. But yeah, I mean, how do you think it'll go? Because obviously this is 5 rounds as well.
I think we can see a lot of stand-up and potentially a lot of jiu-jitsu as well. This can go anywhere. Obviously, it'll start on the feet, I think. And if it goes on the feet, I think Hermansson probably has the edge. Hermansson can fight on the outside. He throws lots of kicks. I think he can avoid a lot of the bigger shots from Vettori. As I said, with the slipping, the countering. He's quite evasive. He doesn't get hit a lot. But that said, if Vettori gets him up against the cage or just catches him with something, Hermansson could be in for a rough time.
But Vettori hasn't KO'd anyone in the UFC, as in, when I say KO, I mean the way that
a one-punch KO.
Yeah, one-punch KO, which is what I think you need against Hermansson. You need like someone with that kind of power to KO him. Like
that's my point about him not landing cleanly.
Yeah,
there is lots of big heavy shots, but if they're landing on your opponent's guard, it counts for something.
No, I think he land. I think I've seen him land cleanly. I just don't think he's, naturally as powerful as other guys in terms of. Some people just have power, man. Like, they don't even have the technique; they just have power. I just don't think he has the power.
I think it's a technique thing.
It's probably a combination of both. But
yeah, I don't think Hermansson will get KO'd here.
Yeah, I think it's very unlikely he'll get KO'd. And this is 5 rounds, right?
Yeah.
We have to kind of take into consideration that Vettori's got around a week to get ready for a 5-round fight against one of the best in the world.
I mean, we're assuming it's a 5-round fight. Sometimes they make it 3 rounds, don't they? Let me Google this.
Pretty sure this is 5 rounds, but yeah, Google it.
Vettori.
Vittori's never been 5 rounds.
5 rounds.
Vettori's never been 5 rounds. Jack Hermansson has.
Yeah. So just go back to the previous point. On the feet, I think Hermansson probably has the edge. He can fight at range. He can avoid a lot of the bigger shots. He can keep Vettori at bay with the kicks and the jab. He jabs a lot.
Yeah.
Flip, the bigger shots. So yeah, The question is, I mean, at some point in 25 minutes, this is going to go to the ground, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
The
100%.
question is, who will take it to the ground? Who will elect to take the fight to the ground?
I can see Vettori wanting to keep it standing, but then getting frustrated because Hermansson is technically a better striker than him, and then shooting in for a takedown, and that possibly costing him the fight. Because I think Hermansson, from what I've seen, I think he's got the high level of BJJ, the high level of grappling. But having said that, Vettori is a very powerful man. But I think Hermansson is better at BJJ, better at grappling, and has got vicious ground and pound as well. But I don't know. It's a tough one. Has Vettori been subbed before?
I don't think so. No.
Not in the UFC. He has subbed people, but he hasn't been. He's never been KO'd as well in the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hermansson has the advantage on the ground. I agree with you entirely. I think that's an excellent analysis. I think Vettori comes out with a game plan to strike, gets frustrated, and tries to take it to the ground because he's run out of options. And as you said, when he gets on the ground, he'll probably regret it. Because he may be a black belt, and we may have seen some decent jiu-jitsu from Vettori, but there are levels there.
I can't remember which one. Yeah.
There are levels to this, and Hermansson is probably 1 or 2 levels above him.
Yeah. Yeah, Hermansson's got a lot more subs and stuff, hasn't he? I think.
Yeah, I mean,
he had like 2 subs in a row here against David Branch, Mearshot. He heel hooked Gastelum. Gastelum's a BJJ black belt.
Yeah, I mean, these are round 1 subs as well.
Yeah, exactly.
While they're dry, still fresh.
Yeah.
He hasn't even softened them up with strikes at this
exactly.
point.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I mean, just going on to predictions, definitely leaning more towards Jack Hermansson. I think even if Vettori had a full camp, I still think Hermansson's the better overall fighter. Lands a lot more per minute than he absorbs. Good takedown defense. He's got, the stat there isn't great for takedown accuracy, but he's got decent takedowns. He's got good BJJ. He's durable. He can go 5 rounds. Okay, he's been KO'd before, but I'm not really too worried about that in this fight, given that Vettori's striking is limited and he hasn't KO'd anyone in the UFC. So yeah, I think I've definitely got Hermansson in this. I'd say, given the factor of this being taken on late notice and so on, I think I've got Hermansson 70-30.
Yeah, I would agree with that. 70-30 makes sense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Hermansson's been 5 rounds against Jacare Souza. Pretty fresh towards the end of that fight.
He was an amazing BJJ fighter as well. He's won, he's won world tournaments.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
and yeah, he dominated Jacare on the ground. So that says an awful lot.
Yeah, he's very dangerous on the ground. He is. Yeah, I mean, if he subs Vettori, then what? Fair enough, mate. Two subs over two serious guys in a row. He's going to be in a good position. But I just don't see anyone beating Adesanya in this division, man. Like, just thinking out of the box right now. I just like, these guys can just pick all they want between themselves. No one's beating that guy.
Yeah, is he special?
Yeah.
Is he special?
But yeah, I've got Hermansson. I'm going to go for a finish. I think Hermansson will finish him within the 5 rounds. I know Vettori's never been finished, but I'm gonna make this a bit sexy and say Hermansson finishes him within the 5 rounds.
Okay, method and round.
Later on in the fight. I'm going with round. I'll go with round 4, and I'll go with a ground and pound TKO.
Okay. I'm going to say Hermansson round 3 submission.
Submission. Actually, can I change mine to a submission? I think you might.
No, too late. Too late.
Okay, all right.
Just no, you can. You can.
Yeah,
but everyone will know that you just got
more
it.
likely to be a submission, I think.
Sorry?
I think it's more likely to be a submission because Vettori is a dog and he's got a chin.
He is a dog, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not going to cover up and quit if you
he won't.
Ground and pound.
Yeah.
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 Because a TKO is basically quitting, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think a submission. Yeah. I think a submission. I'll stick with round 4 though. I won't change it. Yeah.
Well, let's look at the odds.
All right.
Who do you think is the favourite?
Oh, it has to be Hermansson. Has to be big favourite, I'm assuming.
Okay. What odds do you think they're offering on Hermansson?
Minus 300.
Oh, sick.
Around that, maybe?
Fuck me. This is nuts.
What?
Man, this is crazy.
How big is the cock? I'm joking.
Huge. 12-inch fam. 12. No, Martin Vettori is the favourite.
Fuck off.
Unless, am I reading this right?
I think you've got that wrong, mate. There's no way you've got that right.
Seriously.
How can Vettori be the favourite in a fight he's taken on short notice?
Because
again, one of the best in the world.
Because odds makers get it wrong sometimes.
Are you sure? What website is this?
Paddy Power.
Oh fuck! I'm putting a bet down now, mate.
Yeah, for sure. I'll check William Hill as well. Just make sure they haven't made a mistake. But yeah, to me that is nuts.
That's crazy. So so if he's the favourite, what is it?
Just 1 second.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just getting converting the odds. Then I'll check William Hill. Okay, so Vettori is a minus 137 favourite. And Hermansson is plus 110.
That can't be right. Why would Vettori be a favourite in this? Okay, he's on a 3-fight win streak. He's never been finished in the UFC, but he's taken this on late. No, I still can't see this.
It doesn't.
That's good for us. Yeah, that's good for us if it's true.
Okay, so I'm looking at an aggregated site showing the odds. Vettori ranges from minus 122 to minus 161 favourite, which ties into Paddy Power broadly. And Hermansson ranges from plus 102 to plus 141 as an underdog. So, yeah.
Boom!
It's nuts.
Time to make some money.
This is something we're missing.
I don't know. Maybe do a quick Google search of Jack Hermansson. Is there something wrong with him, or I just think they may have fucked this up.
Hermansson.
I think they may have fucked this up.
Yeah, I'm doing a quick Google. Nothing coming up. There's nothing about an injury. Nothing.
Yeah, I think they fucked this up, dude.
He hasn't broken his leg.
They haven't got this right.
It's strange.
I mean,
how people.
Vettori's got a chance, definitely, but I can't see how he's the favourite in this situation.
Yeah, it's strange how people can perceive the same thing in completely different ways. I was wondering what they're seeing here.
I mean, he's on a 3-fight win streak. He hasn't been finished in the UFC. I think people are maybe taking that loss against Cannonier massively. The Hermansson loss against Cannonier, they're probably thinking too much about that.
Vettori does not hit like Cannonier.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't hit like Cannonier. Cannonier's a beast who used to fight at heavyweight.
So let's look at Vettori's previous fights. Can you get those up again?
Yeah.
His most recent opponent.
The most recent opponent was Carl Robertson, who he rear naked choked in the first round.
That's not a big win.
No.
I mean, to be fair, he ruined him very quickly, but that's not a big win. Andrew Sanchez before that is not the best win.
Cesar Ferreira.
That's a good win, I think.
Unanimous decision. But he was coming off a loss against Ian Heinisch when he fought him.
Yeah, Cesar Ferreira's been very inactive.
A draw against Amari Akhmedov. Who's a decent-ish fighter.
There's nothing outstanding there.
No, and when you look at Hermansson's record, I mean, Kelvin Gastelum first round heel hook.
Yeah.
Unanimous decision against Zachary Souza, where he outlanded him by about 50 or 60 shots and took him down 3 times.
Yeah.
David Branch, guillotined. Gerald Mearshot, guillotined. Like, he's just the last 3 or 4 of his opponents been at a way higher level.
Yeah, it does make sense.
I don't know. I just don't see what they've done here. They've just probably just got it wrong. Maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet on Hermansson now, just in case the line moves.
Yeah, that's a good point. The line will move because a lot of money will come in on him now.
Okay. This will probably go safe come for me as well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I mean,
are you going to do
an independent bet or a come?
I think this can go in the safe come.
I was thinking safe come as well.
A single bet as well.
But now that people are saying Martin Vettori is a favourite, that's kind of got me thinking.
Yeah, but fuck people. We're the real analysts, mate. We've come up with the Hermansson victory. So
yeah,
I'll go with that. Yeah.
Fuck those fools. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
On that note, speaking of fuck those fools, we picked Parker Porter to win as a big underdog against Josh Parisian, and he won. He won in pretty dominant fashion as well.
You're high on Porky, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I mean, he's morbidly obese.
He can move,
but he's a decent fighter.
He's not bad, yeah.
Not bad.
I mean, state of the heavyweight division at the moment, like.
Yeah, I mean, for a heavyweight unranked fighter, he's decent.
Yeah.
He's probably ranked now. He had 1 win in the UFC. He's probably ranked.
Yeah, so. It's probably number 15 or something.
Final shot next.
Yeah, exactly. Feed him to Ngannou. I want to see something. Yeah, well, on that note, folks, go and put some money on Jack Hermansson, I guess.
Yeah, I just got to think about the come
analysis, which I think most people will. But yeah, that's very strange.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I still, this just doesn't make sense to me.
I was anticipating Hermansson to be minus 250 or 300 favorite.
Same here. I thought minus 250, minus 300 favorite. He must be.
Yeah. And I'm still thinking there's enough value for the come at minus 250 and minus 300.
So we gotta find a safe come very soon, very quickly.
Let's just have a
individual bet on him as well for a sub.
I've literally just put down an individual bet, but yeah, I want to look at the come as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, to summarize for everyone at home, I've got Hermansson winning this via submission in round 4, and Andrew
Hermansson winning round 3 via submission. And
again, Hermansson is not the favorite in this fight. We don't understand why. If anyone knows or knows of anything that we've missed, please feel free to leave some comments. But I think there's some serious value on this, and get on the line now, because this line will definitely change in the coming days. A lot of people will spot this and put serious money down. So take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon with another fight prediction. Bye.
Bye.